Hey, what's up guys? Malt here. And we got some more Konran Zanki GATE01 Prism virus to do. Did anything change in this room? Is this chessboard always here? I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was. Okay, you know what? Actually, let's check this out real quick. Do you want to play Cubic Bit again? Not really. Any of this changed though? Does not look like it. Alright, forget about it. I'm out of here. Let's go. Now, what happened out here? What have you fools done? Okay, you guys aren't here. You guys are probably in our normal place, which is the cafeteria. Y'all like to hang out in... What the hell? That's not the cafeteria. Fujita, finally awake? You've woken up rather tardily today. Yeah, I was a bit tired. I was really tired from yesterday, but ironically, aren't you often the one to be a morning sleeper? Am I? Truthfully, I cannot explain why my sleeping schedule was so off the track. Even though I go to bed early, I always end up waking late in the morning. How unproductive of me. Well, it's not like we can go against our inner clock. I personally tend to be the opposite of you, sleeping late and waking up early. Is that so? Maybe there are possible remedies to this issue, but the results might be minimal. Well, I might just try again this evening. Why did I do that? I don't think I meant to click that. Wait, what is... Fujita, you're here, finally! What's your enthusiasm, Chloe? And what's with your enthusiasm, Chloe? We've been looking forward to your arrival, Fujita. We've prepared this modest present that might help your heart feel better. Dude, this is reminding me of the little memorial thing going on from Danganronpa 2. It's a memorial hardly made for our departed too early friend Yone no Iroha. We gathered stuff from all around the place and built it up early this morning. This is our modest way to show Yone no our grief toward her departure. This afternoon, we are planning to add a floral crown. Well, that's nice. You don't sound very enthusiastic about our idea. You don't sound very enthusiastic about our idea. Have we done something wrong? Don't misunderstand me. I'm sorry if I sounded a little flippant about it. I truly appreciate the intention. I was just a bit caught off guard. By the way, where did you get that picture of Iroha from? Wow, she looks super buff in this picture. It looks great. She seems so upbeat. When and how was this taken? Wasn't it during the pool party? This is all thanks to Uraraka. Well, I was with him yesterday. He took out his camera and showed me some pictures he took during the pool party. Luckily for us, he took many splendid pictures among which was one with Yonino on it. With its unexpected resource, building up a humble memorial was the simplest part. The result is perfect thanks to the three of you with such a heartwarming intention. Now, as the undying pessimist that I am, I hope there won't be any other memorial to build up in the next few days. We shall solicitate our inner fortitude to prevent that. That's the kind of bravery I love witnessing. Besides, may I have a little word with you, Fujita? Huh? I suppose, yeah. So, how was your little excursion in Kanakogi's room? You know about it? I mean, you were right next to my room. And as a detective, any unusual sound arouses my curiosity. Besides, everyone has started asking questions concerning the broken TV. I had to cover it up and pretend that you both broke it accidentally. However, I do know that it isn't true. It was to prevent Dokuroko from seeing you, wasn't it? That was a risky move. I know, right? That's why I told Yuzuki. So she's the one behind this masterful idea. She's truly a cunning and determined character. I truly need to hire her as a detective partner. But on a more serious note, I discovered something odd. Would you care to accompany me to the Octagon? If it's important, then I guess I better hear it about it. Oh, is it the elevator? Is it confirmed? Did we confirm the elevator? I remember it, thinking that something about this room seemed rather strange. Fujita, here. Look at the interstice of this round platform we thought could be an elevator. Don't you feel like something is missing? The tea bag you placed in the gap, it's not here anymore. Exactly. I have asked everyone if they have touched it, but nobody even noticed it was there in the first place. So unless someone is lying, it confirms that the idea of this platform may act as an elevator. But then it has to be implying that the mastermind's lair is probably beneath our feet. But then we still cannot guess their identity. We have gathered so little clues concerning the question in the past few days. I don't really know how we could figure that out. But once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. There might be a ways to find clues, indeed, or rather a place where to find them, figuratively speaking. What is the one clue that we found about that could support my statement? Oh shit, I actually get to use evidence for once? The hidden rooms one, right? That isn't the right clue. What is the one clue we found about that could support my statement? What was my statement? I don't even remember what my statement was anymore. I guess I just try everything. That's what I just got, so that's pretty useless. No, that's not it either, guys. Clearly what I meant to say was the similar nightmares, of course, first try. Our new dreams have been sharing weird similarities about past events that we cannot remember about clearly. Some have been able to see us all gathered together and have been able to remember some bygone meetings, and some others, like me and Uraraka, have seen faces and faintly heard forgotten names. Can you develop your thoughts? Uraraka and I share a similar dream in which we heard a cryptid name. Cryptic? We cannot fully understand it, but the conversations in which it appears seem to indicate that this person was far from being our ally. It seems like we were nervous at the idea that they could discover the existence of our group. I see. Sadly, I haven't had any similar vision, but I suppose it could be a good idea to gather everyone's dreams and try to glue it back together. It's soon going to be lunchtime. It's probably the most appropriate time to do that. Good idea. Let's go together. Alright, well things are happening right now. We're starting to like put things together slowly. Slowly but surely. So let's go eat this up. Let's actually save before I break the game again. The way I normally do. I seem to be very talented at that. What are you guys doing here still? Sleep deprivation is such an injudicious decision. You have rather critical dark circles, Jojo, and your skin might get all dry and flaky. You should provide your skin a sufficient amount of hydration. Exfoliate it and tone it up a little bit. I think this is supposed to be hydration. I have no idea what that is or even what you're talking about, Miwa. I'm talking about this delightful feeling of having a glowy, smooth, and plump skin. Yeah, I've always wished to know what it feel like to have my skin stretched in a frame and moisturized all the time. Moisturize me. I should be taking notes of Amane's advice. I have no knowledge in beauty or typical body cares. Maybe I should get to it someday. The memorial. So the memorial is just one picture on a board? There's nothing else on there? Jump scares? What the heck? No need to be busting my balls. No, it's disrespectful. We have one place in this hellish facility where nature can be at peace. You have no right to trash it with your bag of cholesterol. What's with all this turmoil? Why? Alright, you try to knock some sense into this dunce's vacant skull. There are enough trash bins in this place for him not to leave his bag of chips in the greenhouse. I didn't do it on purpose. Do you want me to punch my words into your face? The both of you, knock it off. You're being utterly preposterous and very noisy. You're bothering everybody. Yuzuki is right. Furthermore, Hanbi and I would like to discuss something far more important. That can only be better than this fatuous conversation. But what is it about? Well, since we're all gathered here, we thought we could all treat the matter of our memories appearing randomly during our sleep. Yeah, I'd like to know because I haven't had any of that. I've had a couple of them. I first considered them as mere illusions caused by fear and anxiety. But here it's a collective recurrence, so it can't be that simple. It could be a great opportunity to try figuring out our past altogether. That's why we wanted to discuss about this. That's why we wanted to discuss about this matter and put the data I recovered from Ira's Prism into the table. Hey, don't talk about that. Puck's gonna hear you and hear that, and guess how you've done something forbidden in the larder. Great job. The puppet was just suspecting something, but by now you've certainly confirmed its suspicions. Ah, fuck, that's sucky. Sorry. Regardless, it's not an issue. Dokuroku has proved itself to be very foxy. It must have already guessed that something was off when we carried Iroha's corpse up to the larder. If you had an issue with that, it would have already interfered with our doings. What are its reasons? I don't know, but as for now, it's not our main concern. What I wish to know is if any of you have clearly heard a name starting with the letter M, or the name of Jackra in their dreams. I've heard the name Jackra, actually. It was very brief and I cannot recall it properly, however. According to the discussions that I've been able to recollect, it seems like it is a group of people that we've been in a conflict with. I don't know whether or not they're hostile, but we were surely not in a friendly relationship with them. I see. Any other remembrance? I have seen a red-haired woman. She was searching for files to steal. That's all. Sorry. This woman is my sister, Mizuki. If any of you has another couple of memories about her, I'd be glad to know. I don't. Neither do I. My most sincere apologies. It's okay. I mean, it's alright. So let's sum it up. We know that Mizuki and Yone no Tadaro, Iroha's brother, were working with us but haven't been confined in this facility for some reason. We also know that we were in a conflict with a group named the Jackra, whom we can assume were the one Mizuki wanted to steal from files from. There's also a topic of betrayal and a recurring utterance of a name that nobody can fully understand. I think it's well implied that Jackra could potentially be the mastermind behind our current misery, but unless we find objective evidence, we cannot assert it as fact. That's a plausible hypothesis, though. Yes. Anyway, let's work harder. We need to find out the mastermind's motives and the objective of our group, and what was the epicenter of our possible enmity with Jackra. That's why if any of you remember something, worth mentioning, then please don't hesitate. From now on, I'll write down every single memory that I'll get during sleep. I'll do it too. It's officially decided. That is some laggy stars. I'm kind of worried about these stars crashing my game. Each one of us will have our own dream diary to keep records of those flashing memories. The game already owns this name. To avoid any infringement, let's call it Memory Memoirs instead. Wait, what game has a dream diary? I actually don't know. I've never played whatever that game is. It sounds rather redundant, but okay. Well, it's settled then. We'll all have our own memo. Sorry for interrupting you, but we need to talk. Of course. She probably wants to talk about yesterday night. We haven't got the occasion to discuss about it yet, but although there are many things that we probably need to talk about. There's a lot of people who want to talk right now. Alright, let me save again just in case. I don't want to see that cutscene again. And I might accidentally double click something. I'll try to use the keyboard actively, but it feels more natural for me to play it in a visual novel, like clicking the screen, I guess. Alright, let's go. Fujita, would you agree to come by my bedroom so that we can decorate our memory memoirs together? It is a rather feminine activity, so perhaps we should invite the other girls to join us. It's not really the purpose behind those memory memoirs, Amane. Initially, they're meant for us to keep records of our memories and help us figure out our past in hope of finding a way out of here. Fujita, you're causing me a great sorrow as I was so rapturous about this idea. I solely refused anyone to ruin my eagerness. This is a raillery. Did I scare you? No, but stop doing that. I will. Ooh. Yeah. Got you. Tee. God damn it. Yuzuki, did you need me? Oh wait, she's the person I was supposed to talk to. I think I just skipped every other conversation by talking to her. Whoops. No. Obviously that I do need you. If I ask for your attention, it's not for absolutely no reason. I have to be on the defensive. Right, pardon me. My brain is being flooded with a lot of questions. This causes me to be a bit on edge. We haven't discussed about it yesterday yet, although there is the questionable discovery of a hatch. Have you asked Takatsugu about it? Not yet. I thought we could do it, you and I. And I, if you may. Hanbi. The old good habit to sneak up from behind. I should apologize for being so intrusive, but in spite of my usual idleness, I cannot stay without entering the action. Would you agree to count me in your strategies? For what purpose? Do you even know what you're talking about? He already knows Yuzuki. He noticed our doings from last night. We haven't been cautious enough then. But the more we will be, the more Dokuroku will be likely to notice us. My curiosity is the main culprit here. Now please, let me join you. Now, I'll make myself prudent and careful. I appreciate your volition, but in this case, neither of us can be helpful. And what's the reason for it? It's true that I still don't know what you have discovered in Kanakogi's room. We found out that his room was in fact empty, but more importantly, that there was a hatch beneath his bed. Is that so? His room being empty is already suspicious, but discovering a hatch is even more questionable. I suppose you haven't opened it yet, or rather, haven't been able to. That here's the issue, indeed. It requires a password. That's why we expect Takatsugu to be the solving key to our dilemma. We need to discuss with him about it when he is alone. We cannot let anyone else hear about it unless we have some objective clues to find. He'll probably go back to his room after lunch. We'll go get him there. Then we'll all go together to the larder and discuss about our plan privately. I agree with Yuzuki's earlier statement about being too many would be suspicious. We won't be able to go to Kanakogi's room in a block. Alright then, I feel mildly upset. I'm guessing mildly upset about this decision though. One condition is that I absolutely want you to report all your discoveries to me and to ask for my assistance whenever you need it. With such a steadfast willpower, we can only agree with your conditions. Fancy! This noon and afternoon, oh man, I missed all those conversations. And I was like kind of thinking about maybe loading up my save so I can go back to that, but never mind, it's fine. Between discussing about our memories and planning our next move with the hatch, it was all stirring on my mental strength. It was at that time in a constant shift between crumbling down and overflowing with perseverance. It could be simply described as confusing, as confusing, clashing mass of certainty and uncertainty. An entity that would be sometimes positive and negative shortly afterward. Existing, then vanishing. Living, then dying. My mind was a place where entropy reigned supreme. The rest of the day I'd given out to the prelude of a movemented evening as I was unwinding in my room. I don't even know what that means. Doing trivial chores and waiting for my comrades to come out and plunge deeper with me into a gloomy, fathomless sea of disorder. Finally, a silent friend. You're happy, aren't you, Totori? Totori! At least you don't have any problem or remorse. You've had a great existence and hopefully you're still going to have a long way to go ahead of you. I'm sorry though, I might not be able to offer you all the functions I've promised to give you, but if I could at least make you work again. Maybe if I screw this out? It's still not it. Totori, what is wrong with you? I guess I'm gonna have to leave you there and see what's going on with your circuits next time. Meanwhile, it's probably about time to go pick up Yuzuki and ask for Takatsugu's help. Alright, Totori, wait for me. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, or maybe an hour or two. Foreshadowing. Whoops. Let me save real quick. This is one of my favorite tracks in this game. I don't know what, something about it. It's like a nice little mood. Who is it? Yuzuki, I think it's about time. I believe Takatsugu's in his room right now. Is it? Well, what did untimely do? I was working on something rather important. A work? Is that so? What is it? What was it? Just some research and musings over the black hole information paradox? Oh. Then I guess it's pointless for me to ask what it means, but I may not be able to get a single word of it. Facile. She said that with such an unusual... such unusual... I think it's such an unusual gaiety. Basically, it is believed that black holes destroy information. However, it's been hypothesized that they could very well hold swallowed information on their boundaries instead. On their event horizon. Do you imagine? Can you imagine? If we were able to find a way to... if we were to find a way to safely approach black holes, we could somehow recollect information that they'd gathered throughout their tremendous lifespan. It would become a colossal discovery, the answer to one of the greatest astrophysicists' enigmas. Maybe even a method to get a different approach and understanding the nature of our universe. It always surprises me how enthusiastic you seem whenever you start talking about astronomy. You and the universe are really making one. Because we're all children of the stars after all. Whose eyes you're looking through, the universe will always come to the most beautiful thing. It is a universal beauty. If it was a song, it would be a mellifluous symphony. If it was a painting, it would be a colorful extravagance. If it was a dish, it would gather all the most exquisite flavors. But oh my, look at me getting so flustered. I'm feeling a little bit embarrassed. It's alright. It's actually very inspiring to see someone get so impassioned by something they like very much. It's rather uncommon and I like that. Thanks for your appreciation. But anyways, I might just withhold... I actually don't know if that's how you say that. I spell that or not. I know it's supposed to be withhold. Are there 2 H's in withhold? Or is my brain just broken right now? I don't know. I might just withhold my work and come with you before I get carried away one more time. You've got more serious matters to treat after all. Right. We'll leave you all the time you need afterward. So hopefully letting her talk about her passion made me get some pause amity. That's what I was aiming for there. Despite only barely understanding what the hell she's talking about. Huh? Hanbi? I was waiting for you. Are you going to Takatsugu's room? Hi. Yes. Thanks for joining us. My pleasure. Yeah? Sure it's crowded in here. Wait, Wait, she's even in here too. Amane? We're playing a party of shobi. Is my presence an issue? It is. We'd like to talk to Takatsugu privately, so we need you to leave, please. I shall retire then. Pardon me for the inconvenience. What? I said please. What? I said I heard it. Anyway, we need to talk about something important with you, Takatsugu. Now that you've interrupted me when I was about to finally beat Miho at this game, I really expect it to be important. The girl's pretty damn good at board games. But yeah, go on now. Well, we cannot talk about it here. What about going to the larder? It'll be safer there. About that. Are you truly convinced that the larder is safe? Have you examined that room rigorously enough? Huh? What do you mean? Don't you find it odd how the larder is the only room without a TV or a camera? Considering the fact that even the restrooms have them? Here, if you had been a little bit more prudent, you'd have discovered that. Take a look. Oh no. Is that a spying microphone? It is. After lunch, I remembered about what you did with the Yoneno's Prism in the larder and you thought there wasn't any TV or camera. At this point, I started asking myself if you had inspected this room thoroughly and if you had searched for any potential spying device. So I decided to go to the larder in order to investigate myself, and this is when I found this microphone in one of the supply boxes. There are probably many more. So during all this time, the absence of a TV and a camera was just a deceitful trap. Dokuroko has duped us into believing that this room was a safe point to scheme, but it was really none of it all along. What a guileful slight. But then... This means that I knows about what we've done with the VIP and all. Most certainly. That's bad. Really bad. It only implies that this puppet has a plan on the back of its cubic head. If it didn't prevent you from proceeding, it's not without a reason. Then, and another important question to ask would be, where can we discuss about our initial inquiry? Because if I may remind you, we had a reason for coming to Takatsugu's room. It's true we got a bit off track and forgot that we had something to ask him about. But now that we cannot use the larder anymore, what can we discuss about it? The greenhouse? It could be a good idea. There's still a TV and camera, but that room is so large that if we gather very close and speak quietly, we'll be unable to pick up our conversation. I know this kind of device is not conceived to record low-frequency sounds. Dokuroko might suspect something, but won't be able to accuse us of anything. That's risky, but not mindless. And we don't have many options anyway. But may I finally know what you're plotting? Yes, right. We've got a bit off the road. Follow us to the greenhouse and we'll explain everything. As we went through our decision to tell Takatsugu about our discovery in Kanakogi's room, his face started to be colored with perplexity and a stimulated curiosity, the same one that I felt when Yuzuki showed me the hatch. I could read into his eyes that he was expecting something interesting to be hitting there. Something that would greatly help us. So that's how it went, huh? That's really odd that this room is empty. Unless it was meant to be his room in the first place. It's one of the questions we cannot answer yet. Remember what Kanakogi first said to us? That he hadn't woken up in one of the bedrooms but in the parlor instead? But what was the reason then? Like Takatsugu said, maybe this was never meant to be his room. Maybe it was to dupe us into thinking that the room was Kanakogi's when it was just meant to keep the secret hatch hidden all along. However, where would Kanakogi have slept if he hadn't been killed by Dokuroku? If the answer cannot be found, then the question is not meant to be cleared yet. Therefore, can we just focus on matters that can be treated? All right, here's just some open thinking that I kind of want to like bring up. I think that Kanakogi, just based on the fact that he had a cubic freaking mask on, he's probably not actually dead, and he was just kind of like a decoy kind of thing going on, just to like use as like a determiner for how powerful Dokuroku is. And maybe he's actually working for them all along, and that he was never planning to live for a long time. I don't know. I'm just kind of, I guess I'm kind of like drawing a parallel right now to like this plot point of one of these people are kind of like an inside spy kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. Therefore, can we just focus on matters that can be treated? Right. Thanks for your perspicacity. So, Takatsugu, do you agree to help us? I don't know. Maybe there's nothing more than a safe. I highly doubt it. Yuzuki made an interesting hypothesis the other day that could counterfact. Is that a word? I don't counteract. I don't know. Takatsugu's statement. It has to be... God damn it. I can never remember what the last thing was said. I kind of wait. Okay, here's one thing that would be really nice. Keep the statement that she's trying to back up somewhere on the screen here, so that I can actually remember what the hell I said, because usually I would have to look at the message history for this in like Danganronpa and stuff, or like Ace Attorney. I don't know, what the hell did I say, dude? I'm just gonna click everything, I guess, and hope it doesn't crash. Remember Takatsugu when we were in the Octagon? Yuzuki started asking a series of questions to Dokuroku. She noticed it was only replying to ambiguous questions with really vague answers. One of the questions was that, are there any hidden rooms in this facility, to which Dokuroku didn't want to respond as expected. This clearly leads to believe that there could be, in fact, hidden rooms all around here, but the puppet doesn't want us to confront about it. What? I don't really remember any of that. I was probably sleepy. But if there's really a hidden room beneath that hatch and then we break it open, it might get bad for us if the puppet finds out about it. But I'm in. You just need to tell me when, how, where, why, who, everything. I'll make myself useful. Then meet me tonight in Kanakogi's room and bring whatever you can to hack a Type B system with. What leads you to believe that JoJo has hacking equipments? Do you have the proper equipment to hack? Of course I do. Jeesh. Marvelous. Then, in the meantime, if Yuzuki agrees to, we'll both act as distractions while you'll be in Kanakogi's room. We'll count on you to be prudent, though. We don't know what lies beneath this sealed door. What if the one behind all this crap is actually hiding down there? It could be a possibility, but I highly doubt it. In fact, we forgot to mention it earlier, but Hanbi has made an interesting discovery in the Octagon. What is it? You see the round platform in that room? Well, Hanbi has discovered that it could be acting as an elevator. An elevator? That could explain why Kanakogi's body disappeared so easily, even though the Octagon's doors were locked at that time. It could, yes. Now that all relies on what we're going to discover beneath the hatch's door. How exciting. I'm rooting for it. Perfect then. As we're all starting to prepare our infiltration in Kanakogi's room in order to hack the hatch open, the day had passed rather quickly. According to our plan, Takatsugu and I would sneak into the forbidden room and do our little scheme while Hanbi and Yuzuki would wander around in order to attract Dokuroku's attention. It was dangerous, but somehow everyone had high hopes about it. Alright. Don't forget your equipment while I'll bring a flashlight as well as a few other useful tools. Great! Tell me, Fujita, what are you expecting to be down there? Beneath the hatch? I don't know. Hopefully something big, something useful for our misery. That's the thing. Is there truly something useful for us beneath it? I mean, our lives are relying on the twisted will of a creepy toy thing. How could we possibly, with an extra eye, find something useful down there? So nobody's expecting a miracle, Takatsugu. We're just hoping to find something that could potentially help us make some progress instead. We're on the edge of the cliff. Anything that can become a helping hand at this point. Right. Well, see you tonight then. Takatsugu is not entirely wrong. What could be beneath that hatch that would become useful to us? We have to dig down deeper into this heap of confusion, though. There has to be a clue, a key, a discovery, whatever that could be. Teehee, that tickles, Uraka. Huh? Uraka, that tickles. Was that Chloe's voice? Uraka's door is open. I think it'd be coming from his room. Alright, stay still. I'll be gentle. What? Yes, please. I'm pretty sensitive around that area. What's going on in there? Should I watch? What are they doing? Obviously we watch, okay? I'm sure it's just a massage, but let's see what's happening. All right, I'll just a peek then, just to make sure everything's fine. Just a peek. Oh, even better, it's brushing hair. You're so light-handed, Uraraka. My scalp is pretty sensitive. No I. But it feels very nice when you do it. And you've got very soft, glossy hair. Oh, that's the wrong voice. You got very soft, glossy hair, Chloe, you know? Huh? Really? Yeah, it feels like silk to the touch. Thank you, Uraraka. You're so nice. You can call me Yuto, you know. After all, I'm calling you by your name, right? I can't permit myself to... Let me insist. Yuto will be just fine. Okay then, thank you, Yuto. Ah, he was just brushing her hair. What was I making up my... What was I thinking? That's so embarrassing. Dude, I'm just sprinting. Forget it, forget it. Amane? Your face is all red, Fujita. Are you feeling fine? Ha 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 ha. Aha, yeah. I'm just a bit hot, so I might just go get a drink. Bye, Amane. Wait, no. Why is Amane just there? What's happening? That's too much all of a sudden. I need to change my mind. Quick reminder, go to Fujita's room if you do not wish to interact with the other characters to proceed the story instead. Did I just get an interlude? Without the interlude cut in? Man, they gotta really give me that interlude cut in more. It's very confusing that it doesn't show up randomly. Okay. I'm just going to, or maybe it's not really an interlude because I don't know. I don't know what counts as an interlude because some things are giving me relationship updates and shit. So regardless, we're going to end the episode here, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching another video of Konran Zanki. Things are definitely starting to pick up. We're starting to get some mysteries hinted at and potentially going to be uncovered, I guess, in the next episode. We're going to be, I think, 2 more days until someone else dies in game. So let's see what happens before we lose yet another character. Do you guys have any predictions of who might die? I guess it's kind of hard to predict deaths because there's no logic following up to them. It just seems to be completely random who dies, at least in the way that they've set up the game. So I have no idea. But anyways, I hope you guys all have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!